just don't get it. What's
Welcome to Zeitgeist!
Yay, that was on the air!
Hey.
No, it wasn't.
No, it wasn't.
Oh, damn.
Joining me as, at least for the past 4 weeks, we have Sam playing Jack.
Chris says it weird to me every time, and I don't know why.
Jack?
I don't know, just the way you say it. Something about it.
Jacques.
There's only one way to say Jack, unless you're Mina, in which case it is Jacques.
I don't know what it is, man.
Catherine playing Mina.
Hi.
James playing Ilferi.
Yar, yo ho, and fiddly dee.
Those are the only times that James ever does his pirate accent.
I do my pirate accent sometimes. I try really hard. Stop short selling me.
And Carter playing Zeodor.
Hey Google, lights out.
Oh wait, did I turn on?
Oh my god.
Look, stereotypical pirates don't
Okay,
say
Google,
much.
maximum sexy.
What?
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 Carter, stop talking to your wiretap and play D&D.
Anyway,
I'm here.
last time on Zeitgeist, our players helped to infiltrate the inner fortress of the rebellious Duchess's stronghold that she took from the Denarans. They witnessed a mysterious figure with a flaming sword tear his way through the city and navigated a hedge maze.
We
Hedge
we
mage.
certainly did navigate it.
Navigating the hedge mage is a erotic novel.
I was gonna say,
Oh yeah, for sure.
I
For
think
sure.
I played bass on navigating the hedge mage.
Arriving at a tower in the center of said maze.
One more note: we are relatively certain that the person is, or at least very closely matches the historical descriptions of Azrabi Viral.
Ass Ruby, that's right.
Ass Ruby Veral, yeah.
Yep, that's going to be there forever.
I am sorry, not trying to be a dick, but that really was the way I heard it the first time.
No, I believe you. I'm not blaming anyone on this.
I blame the writers.
I think we can just throw this up again to show.
There
people.
it is.
Yeah,
There's what? Astro?
Pictures.
Yay.
as Ruby.
Shield goes rar.
It does go raw.
It also goes chomp, if I remember right.
Yeah,
It does.
you did see
And
it
it flies?
bite. Yeah, you did see it fly and bite one of the sailors on the ship when he burst out of one of the ships in the harbor.
Well, in about 5 sessions, we'll decide if he's a writer self-insert or not. And he has a magic sword that can do whatever he wants, and he has a shield that can also attack people.
And his name's Steve.
Steve
the Mighty.
Leibowitz.
All right.
Too bad his shield looked like it's made of metal. Sad.
It's made of wood actually.
Holy shit!
Anyway,
Let's kill him, guys.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say that trying to steal the artifact level sword and shield from this hundreds of years old Fey magic warrior is probably a great idea. Go do it.
Exaggerations and, all that shit. He's probably just like a sword dude. He probably just hits stuff.
I guess we'll find out soon.
I guess we'll find out.
Where's his stat sheet? Oh yeah.
+2 to hit with sword thing. AC
Isn't
12.
his class like Juggernaut or something?
No.
Dreadnought.
Destroyer of worlds.
Anyway,
I found my die.
so you guys are at the base of a tower that had a not at all hint-giving flaming path leading up to.
Not at all.
Nah. These, honestly,
So
these
does it
hedges
look like there's
catch
a
on
door
fire
down
regularly.
here, or an obvious way that Azrabe went in.
You don't see an obvious entrance on this side of the building anyway.
Okay.
How high up is the
Start
building again?
Scouting around the side.
It's
Given how much
60
he
feet.
flies, I'm guessing he went in from the top. You probably have to go around.
That's
60
why I'm
feet.
looking.
Well, maybe
I'm gonna
we
go
can-
around the other way
There's a
to cover our bases.
Jack
I would
finds a
like-
door over here.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
There's a
I would
door.
like to try and fashion a grappling hook to see if maybe we could just climb to the roof.
Isn't it 60 feet tall?
Yes.
Because
Sure,
I
anti-throws.
mean, I straight up have a grappling hook. If you think you can do it,
It's worth a shot.
okay.
I
Grappling
don't.
hook.
Let's see.
I mean, people throw throwing weapons further than
Google's-
60 feet.
I mean, 60 feet
Check
is
to
generally
throw a grappling hook.
mine are 30, 60.
30, 60. Right.
But I think there are some different ones. I know some of them are 20, 40.
Javelins are 3120.
I'm gonna go change shirts.
Okay.
My boobs look fat.
Okay.
Okay.
You realize that
Oh,
boobs
yeah.
are just fat.
I do. I also watch the same fitness videos you do.
Okay.
They're
No
20,
one brought it
60.
up.
So, 5e doesn't have rules for throwing a grappling hook, but 3.5 does, and I'll just adapt that.
Okay.
Sure.
What do I do?
So, dexterity check.
Okay. Have I used that ability yet? I have not used. Have I used Kaisir's Blessing?
I believe you used it
You did.
right before
Yeah,
doing
I
a
did.
check in the last combat.
Is
Yeah,
that?
I just remembered. I just didn't mark it off.
Oh,
okay.
right. Yeah, you did.
Like-
Yeah,
Very
you rolled a 2 on it.
Yeah, I did. I
Yeah.
remember it being bad. I just don't remember what it was on. I have a 10.
Okay. You throw it about 1 story high.
Oh well.
Okay. Take grappling hook back.
I mean, I had my own because I used it to get a rope over this gate. So
Oh, you were talking about fashioning a grappling hook, so I thought you didn't have one for some reason.
no, I just meant fashioning. I had 40 feet of rope and I needed more, so I just needed to attach more rope.
Oh, okay.
Oh, got it.
Alright, so we're going through this door over here. I'm gonna check the door.
All right. The door seems the door's actually broken open.
Okay.
And inside you see just
Draw the gun and the machete and yeah, looking to step inside.
okay.
Or actually, I'm going to push the door open and look inside. I've
Sure.
been in enough situations where I'm not going to be the guy that walks in and dies.
There's on this floor you see some stairs leading up, but there's pretty much nothing else on this floor.
Okay.
I'll be leading the way, or yeah, I'll
was
lead the
gonna
way.
head up first, but
I have a shield. I'm,
I have
I'm
a
heavily
chainmail coat.
defended.
Both of you go in.
Okay.
I'll bring up the rear.
Oh, and
Ah,
I guess I should mention there are also several dozens of dead bodies lying around.
oh yeah, that might be pertinent information.
Forgot to
Yeah.
mention that. Sorry. Charred, burning, dying, dead.
I love anytime there's like a cartoon where characters are playing D&D and the DM forgets something, just stuff just pops in.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Should we be able to see the room right now?
No, there's not. I don't have an actual thing. Actually, let me just bring you. I don't have a thing for the first 2 floors because there's not much to see there.
So there's nothing on the first floor.
Correct.
All right. So heading up the stairs, what's on the second?
The second story is just stairs going up, but as you near the top, you start to hear voices. I'm gonna copy you guys all over to a different map.
I'm gonna kind of motion to hold up and can I make a perception check to see if I can hear the voices?
Yeah.
I presume we can all do that, yeah?
Yeah.
What?
You hear voices talking.
I got that part. We can all what though?
Make a perception check.
Okay.
I got a 10 because I've been around guns going off too many times.
I got an 11.
I got my passive perception of 15. I rolled a 10.
All right. It's not too hard to make out. They're not really trying to hide their voices. If you want to move up or get closer at any point, let me know. You hear
while I listen.
You hear a voice you recognize as the Duchess because you've met her before.
Do the voices sound angry?
Well, I'm about to read.
Oh, right.
I'm just telling you the voices that you will hear in the following. And then another voice which you can only assume to be Azerby. It seems to have an elfish accent. Azerby, don't do anything you'll regret. And you hear his response, save your pleading breath for prayer. If you have come for the reason I suspect, you should pray with me as well. You are a murderer, Azerby. Did I displease the court that you needed to slaughter 100 to reach me? To forestall war? Yes. Your people must not think we are an ally of a kingslayer, and worse, one who consorts with devils. And you hear a Denoran accent pipe up. Perhaps reason is a bit much to expect at this time, but can we talk about this?
Okay, can I... how close to the door are we?
As close as you want to be at this point.
Okay, yeah, I basically kind of want to be up on the door.
Okay.
Or like around the side of it.
All right.
I want to be basically just behind Jack.
All right. So let me just show you what we've got here. So there's a double door here. Oh wait, there. Double door here, if you guys can see.
Mm-hmm.
That's open ajar. So and you guys just came up these stairs.
Yeah. If I can, after he said reason might be a good option, I was gonna sit there and go, I must agree with the gentleman that reason may be our best course of action.
Well, he before you get a chance to, you basically you step forward to see him, and he flicks his sword, which extends out into a flaming whip, and he cracks what you see a tiefling boy across the face, and he says, "You're lucky your cursed flesh will not burn, but I have other ways to make you suffer." The Duchess says, to the Duchess he says, "Prepare yourself, and you may die with dignity." Wait. Oh, did you want to step in?
Yeah, when he was going for the Duchess. Yeah. Sorry. She's coming with us.
Let me just stick some characters on here.
Did I get to step in and say my thing too?
Sure. All right, so let's just reveal this room. All right. Okay. Okay, so what did you want to say?
Well, things changed since I wanted to say that, but
Okay.
just now hold on, and why don't we talk this out before anyone does something they'll regret?
He looks over at you, then looks at her. Some more of your soldiers, rebels.
Actually, we'd be here to apprehend her. But you don't seem to be the, kindly lot either.
Don't interfere in matters you don't understand.
I don't understand a lot of things, but I know crimes when I see them.
Sorry to say, it's our job to interfere.
Actually, can I cast a quick spell? That's probably gonna fail.
Can I finish some box text? Sorry, there's some important information I wanted to get through. And you get, if you want to step in and say anything you can. There's some info I want to get through. Azarby turns to the Duchess. Says, "You struck the first blow. Aoden was a soldier, as I am, and forgiveness does not come easy to our kind. He'll never listen to you, not in the short years he has left. Already you are vilified. You promised your land you would pull from these fiends and return to the old ways, yet you had fallen in with them yourself," he says, gesturing at who you would assume to be Nathan. And she responds, "You don't understand. Nathan is on our side. There's a threat to Ashur and the unseen. I told the court as much." Enough! Ethelyn, please do not make me watch you beg. The Duchess glares. Azarby Viral, your closed mind has doomed us all. She sits up straight despite her stomach wound. And then you hear the tiefling boy pipe in. "Wait a minute, Viral? Are you kin to Kasvarina Viral?" The high elf stops before, as he managed to raise his sword for a killing blow against the Duchess. He turns away from the Duchess, grabs the tiefling by his vest, and leans close. "How do you know Kasvarina?" What? She was here a few months ago. She was on the arm of a Chrysaleary man in the company of my cousin. They took a tour of the mines. They left a few days later. I think she was the one that crafted the portal ring. The Duchess. "Azarby, I'm trying to tell you. He's an ally. He's seen things, and we're trying to find out what it all means. I think Dinar means to destroy both our nations. My brother wouldn't listen. Even the court ignored me. But you have to believe me." The high elf considers this for a long moment, and then looks towards you. "Well, are you going to interfere or what?"
Like I said, it's our job.
Ethelyn, Duchess Ethelyn has committed war crimes. She needs to come with us and answer.
And Nathan here doesn't seem to have done anything wrong either.
She will answer to me and the unseen court.
I shoot him.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Nope. I shoot at him.
A warning shot, if you will.
So that's how it is. And
Yeah.
he turns to you with flaming sword in hand.
Apparently, yes.
All right. My shit's already ready.
I heard roll initiative. Is that
All
correct?
right. Sure.
I mean, he's turning to us with a flaming sword. That sounds like roll initiative to me.
Yeah.
13.
All right, hold it for a moment.
Also 6.
I was not expecting this to happen.
I was gonna try and charm him, but it doesn't work very well when they're actively hostile. Probably for the best. I only have 2 first level spell slots left.
I mean, if you want to give me a charm real quick before combat starts, you can try.
No. I was hesitating. It's not gonna happen.
Yeah, it also might not be a great idea because who knows how well he'll take to the attempt if you fail.
Right. Which
All right.
I probably will.
Initiatives.
14.
I heard Jack with a 14 and Elfari with a 6.
Also 14.
Also 14.
Also 6.
Also a 6. I guess we'll include Airy.
Yeah, go Airy.
All right, or Windy, Airy. I don't remember what we named it.
Windy. His name is
Okay.
Windy.
Okay.
I think at some point I said Airy and at some point I said Windy, but I'm just gonna settle on Windy.
Guster.
I like Windy personally.
Okay. So he's gonna, well, let's see.
I think the ordering on the turn order is not
Oh,
Right.
right. I have to hit the button.
cool.
So he's just gonna take one step forward. His sword, he kind of swings his sword once and it extends into a flaming whip, and swings it once towards Ilferi.
Okay.
It's a 17 to hit.
Ah! On the dot. You got me.
All right. And you're knocked out.
I'm knocked out.
Well, how many hit points do you have?
I have 23, but I was gonna cast Absorb Elements to.
Okay, sure. Let's actually roll the dice then. Okay, so it would be 20, or it would be this many slashing damage, 14 slashing damage,
Okay, I take the full 14 of the slashing damage,
and 20 fire damage.
of which I take 10 and still get knocked out.
Okay. Please stand down. You don't know what you're in the middle of. Let me leave with the Duchess and the devil. And the Duchess kind of is like, doesn't really know how to handle it, and she's kind of like in tears, and is crying out to you guys, kind of trying to explain her actions. Please, you don't understand. I had a vision. Something is wrong with the king. Mina, it's your turn.
Alright. I'm aiming at the guy with the sword.
Okay.
Fuck.
Mina misses again.
Shut up. Probably. 12?
That's a miss.
Alright, and then with my other hand, 20.
That's a miss.
What?
I'm not too surprised. He did one-shot me, even after resisting the fire damage.
I mean, yeah, it was kind of giving off pretty clear "don't fight this guy" vibes. But it does seem like a fairly like in fiction.
Jack?
So I'm going to step up to the Duchess and use my display of heroism feat
Okay.
to drag her. And attacks
nice.
against her have disadvantage.
Okay.
And I'm going to drag the both of us. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to put her here.
Okay.
I'm imagining I can't move my full distance dragging a person, so.
Yeah, I think doesn't it give you disadvantage or something as part of
It's
the thing?
usually half speed.
I thought the display of heroes and feats said, but maybe not.
You can drag the ally with you till the you can lift the ally to their feet if they're prone, and if you have any movement left for your turn, you can drag the ally with you.
That sounds like it's full speed.
Yeah.
Cool, then I'm taking her down the stairs. I'm going to step here and then put her on the stairs behind me.
Okay.
And yell, go!
All right. Windy, sorry, is probably just get a step forward and try to harass him.
Actually, these are doors,
Unless you have a
right?
different. Which?
The white Tic Tacs.
Yeah, here.
Yes, those are doors.
So there's probably no lock or bar or anything on this side.
They've been burst through.
Oh, never mind. Then.
Like they're in a flaming wreck. All of the doors here are in a flaming wreck.
Okay, you said that the doors were ajar earlier, so I thought they could still be shut.
Oh, sorry.
Is it possible for Windy to carry the Duchess? Like, is it even possible?
No, not really.
Okay.
He's not really substantial enough.
Yeah, in that case, the Windy is. I mean, I don't want Windy to die, and Windy is definitely going to die if Windy attacks Azure B.
Dulce doesn't want Wendy to die either.
I was like, Dulce or Chucky?
It's Dulce.
It's Dulce. She's upset because her walk wasn't as long this afternoon as it normally is. So What is this over here?
Table.
Can Windy use his cyclone power to throw the table and chairs at Azrabi?
Let's give it a shot.
Because Windy can, because this place is a telescope, so I'm guessing there's an open room, and Windy can just fly out the top later.
Sure. Let's give it a shot. Okay. You normally only losing damage. The third. Okay. I'm gonna roll to see how strong his wind is.
Sure. I'm mostly looking to distract Azrabi.
Sure. So he goes over there and he throws the table, but it doesn't quite hit Azrabi. So there's a table lying upside down here now.
Okay.
So we'll just say that's a difficult terrain square. And then Zeodore, it would be your turn.
What does the rest of this room look like?
Let's see.
Because like I'm not sure where the
ceiling.
walls are. and stuff.
Okay, yeah. So the ceiling is about 40 feet high. You see, from there you can see. Actually, I guess you probably. I think these are like closed off closets or something. Oh, I see what they are. They go. You see a door over here. This is a raised platform, about 10 feet high. There's some more stairs you can see over here.
Is this the back wall?
There's a hatch that leads up to the roof. Which part?
Here where the site ends?
Yes.
Okay. All right, and then this is the hatch that leads to the roof?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or these are the stairs that lead to the hatch. This is another doorway.
Oh, okay. And these doors, I assume, are not smashed open.
Right.
I'm trying to figure out how to get Devil Boy out of here. And it's like I can get to him and even leave without provoking attacks of op, but like, can I grab him? Is that a thing I can do?
Yeah, that is a thing you can do.
How do I do that?
I think if you it would be kind of like Sam's thing, but it's like, you don't have the special extra bits.
So if you pulled him away, Ruby would get an attack of opportunity on the kid, and you would only have half movement.
Well, if I remember right, he wouldn't get an attack of opportunity because you only get it on a creature who willingly leaves.
I don't think so. I think it's any creature that leaves your combat range.
Creatures don't provoke an attack of opportunity when they teleport or when something or when someone or something moves them without using their movement action or reaction.
Okay.
Unless I'm reading that wrong.
No, that sounds about right.
Okay. So would it take an action to grab him, or would it be like interacting with the object? Because I'm literally just. Like,
I'll say it's an
grabbing
action.
him and pulling him. Okay. Well, then I can. I can disengage, move up to here, grab him, and move back by disengaging as a bonus action.
Okay.
Essentially, I'm going to flip over the back of the table,
Yeah.
grab him with my one good arm, and then basically use the table as cover from Azerby as I duck back and pull him with me and put him into Ilferi's space.
Okay.
Because that's as far as I can get.
Okay.
See on this bird. I don't actually say that.
No, don't. I have hollow bone.
All right. Ilferi.
Death saving throw. Ha! It's off the. It's out of my box. Pass. I got a 16 on the die.
All right.
Is he moved?
Oh, yeah. So he's here?
Ilferi's
He's
space.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Because Ilferi's a body, so he doesn't take up the space.
All right. Azerby.
Wait, do the Duchess and the kid not have initiatives?
No. She's too,
Oh, she can spend a hit die.
As part of his thing.
Yeah, it's part of my thing.
okay. Well, we're just gonna treat them as moving with you guys, though. If one of you wants to move with them once per turn, we'll just have them move with you. So, I mean, they're not gonna go anywhere without you at this point. Though she does, when you grab her and pull her along, Jack, she does mention I had a vision. A globe on its axis, a steel ship setting off to war on a sail of shadows. Azerby's gonna step forward, just like crunches over the wreck of the table, throws his as he's stepping forward, throws his shield at Jack, and it bites down on you. Or if soon, 21 to hit.
Yep.
Okay, you're grappled. and you take 14 piercing damage.
Okay.
And then he's gonna swing his sword at Zeodor.
Ah, shit.
Uh, 18 to hit.
KO.
10 slashing damage.
Yeah, it's enough fire
Okay.
damage.
Okay.
Unless you somehow rolled less than 5.
Nope. It was more than 5.
Yeah, I was at 15.
Please stand down. I don't wish to make any more trouble between the court and your nation.
Well, if you take her, you're making things worse.
Then let me take the boy.
Nope, he's on our list too.
Very well then. Mina, it's your turn.
Healing potion.
I'm gonna shoot at him.
Oh.
Metagaming Pigeon is not here.
No, okay.
So my first shot with my primary gun was a natural 20 for a 26 to hit.
Okay, that hits.
And with that, I'm going to use my forceful shot. And he has to succeed on a strength saving throw or be knocked back 15 feet.
Okay, he failed.
Alright.
Holy shit, Mina.
He's got to be pushed back 15 feet.
He'll be pushed into this wall.
Yeah, that's fine.
Or I guess this way.
Takes 9 damage plus 4 plus 2. For a total of 11 damage.
All right.
Run!
You notice now, like, he has a lot of other bullet holes, and like he looks definitely on his last legs, but you'd probably need one more hit like that to actually take him out.
Yeah.
All right, so you're running down the stairs, or?
No, I'm waiting for
Okay.
the Duchess and Nathan to be in front of me before I run.
Covering fire.
Telling them to get out.
All right. Jack.
Okay. So, I'm going to use my move to move the Duchess to the other side of me down the stairs and give her a gentle nudge.
Okay. So she'll move with you this turn if you're just moving.
No, I mean I'm staying to fight Azuri.
Oh, okay. Okay, so she'll go down the stairs.
Yeah.
If she stops at the head of the stairs, I am pushing her down the stairs. I will heal shit later.
And I'm going to kind of step up a little bit and kind of lift my head to show the scar on my neck as I kind of look Azuri in the eyes. I'm not afraid of the fire, Viral. And I will raise the runic gun as it glows cold blue, and I'll let loose a ray of frost at him.
Nice.
Where's my stuff? There's my stuff.
My second one to hit was a 21.
It's a miss.
Okay, that's what I thought. I rolled both my shots at the same time,
Yeah.
and I forgot to call out the second.
That's going to be a 23.
It's a miss.
Yeah, I figured we have to crit to him.
Fuck.
That's me.
Oh wait, you're being grappled by the shield.
Yeah.
How?
Does that mean I can't attack?
You can't.
Yep, disadvantage.
Wait, how does this work?
Wait, does his AC not change when he's not holding the shield?
On a hit, it may grapple a target while grappling a creature. The shield cannot attack other creatures while attacking. The shield is considered wielded. Attacking the shield shoots the same space for the creature. Okay. No, but it would be disadvantage, I believe,
Okay.
because you're.
I already didn't hit him, so.
I just pulled up grappled. Your speed becomes 0. You can't benefit from any bonus to your speed. Condition ends if you or your grappler is incapacitated. Condition also ends if you are removed from the reach of your grappler.
Cool. So I did all that while struggling against his biting shield.
Okay.
Because I'm awesome.
I
Yeah,
guess
it
I
mostly
thought
just means you
grapple also
can't move.
restrained, but I guess it doesn't. Okay. And you said 23?
Yes.
Okay, that actually is a hit because of the shield. Because he doesn't have the shield.
Sweet. 8 cold damage.
All right. Still on his feet.
And his speed is reduced by 10 feet.
Okay.
Nice.
Windy.
I am unconscious, so Windy, I assume, flies away.
Yeah, it just kind of mills about aimlessly. It's still here in the room, but it just kind of floats around. Zeodor.
Death saving throw. Death
Natural
saving
20.
throw.
Natural 20.
What happens when I get a nat 1 on a death saving throw?
Two X's.
Is that 2 failures?
2 fails.
Okay.
So about
Hey
that
guys, I
other
have
character
2.
concept you were telling us about.
I don't have one for this. I was really excited about Theodore. I normally have like 3 lined up. Oh well.
Ilferi.
Is that just 2 though? This was your first?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was
this
just.
is my first. I'm not dead yet.
Right.
I failed. I
Okay.
rolled a 5.
Nathan is gonna pull something out of his pouch and feed it to each of you. Just you can't really tell what it is because you're unconscious, but you're both stable as he moves down the stairs as well.
Hooray, stable.
Azrabi's gonna move up, stepping over Ilferi. This is not a fight that you can win.
It never is.
And he'll attack Jack. That's a 20 to hit. Um, 8 slashing damage. And 15 fire damage.
Yep, I'm down.
Mina.
Where am I at?
And he'll pick his shield back up.
Alright.
No, I death grip it.
I'm gonna stay where I am. I'm gonna pull out one of my greater healings, shove it in Jack's mouth, and force feed it to him.
Okay.
That's 4d4 plus 4. Right?
I believe so.
Greater. Fucking hell. 7 plus 4 is 11.
better than nothing.
He is alive.
But barely.
Jack.
Okay. I am going to kind of, as I can, kind of sit up and thunder wave.
Okay.
There's no way this is going to work.
He makes a fortitude check. Or sorry,
He makes
constitution
a
check.
Constitution saving throw, yes.
All right. He has advantage. He got a 19.
Yeah, I figured that would happen.
Oh wait,
Ew.
he has a bonus on Constitution. He got a 23.
Yeah, I figured it was worth a shot, though.
He does take half.
That's true.
Does he take half damage? Okay.
So I blast him back for 5 damage. I have it.
So you, with one of your last ounces of strength as you're on the floor, you hold up your gun, or you're doing this through your gun, right?
Yeah, I did this with my hand. I kind of just.
Oh, with your hand. Okay. You push the wave out, and at first he kind of like shrugs it off, but you can tell that just the weariness of the day and the shots he's taken up to this point have worn him out to the point that he just collapses in front of you and falls backwards, saying, "I just want to make things right between us."
Okay. As I kind of fall back on the ground and go, Mina.
Oil
Yes.
can. Oil
Duchess.
can.
Why?
Make sure she's safe.
Okay.
Cuff her.
Oil can.
And I'm going to gather myself, get up, and go cuff Veral.
Oil can.
We get it.
So I'm gonna rifle through before I do that because I don't give a shit if she gets away at this point. She's trapped on an island that we control. I'm going to check through Zeodor's things because I think we. Do you still have a greater healing on you? We all got a few.
I still have 2.
Okay, I'm gonna take one of his and pop it in his own mouth.
Oh, thank you. And I'm going to take
think I
the
have
fairies.
mine.
I'm going to take my other potion. You don't have one of yours because I used.
7.
Cause you what?
I used one of yours on you.
Oh yeah, I have already been unconscious once.
Yep. But I'm going.
It's 17 from the potion.
Sweet.
And then I'm gonna go find the bird's last one and pop it into his mouth.
All right.
And that's 14 for
Okay.
Ilfairy. Then I will go find the Duchess.
All right.
Right. I'll go with Mina and let Ilfairy stay with Jack.
Yeah, I'm going to put. I have a set of manacles that I'm going to. Actually, I have 2 sets of manacles. I am going to put them on Varal's arms and legs,
Actually,
and
hold
then
on.
use my rope to tie those together.
I believe I was given some mage cuffs.
I remember that also.
Yeah,
So
you have one set.
Use these; they're better.
Yeah, I'll mage cuff his hands, manacle his feet, and
Yeah, tie them
those
together.
Yeah.
Cool. Cool. And you find the Duchess just
I'm gonna pull out that fucking cigar.
she's lighted on his sword. the Duchess is actually gaping in horror at the first floor. And she's just like kind of like in shocked like disbelief. How many had to die for this, Viral?
You know, you're blaming him a lot, but at the same time, you started all of this shit with us. So don't think you're so clean here.
Something had to be done. The king has been jeopardized.
So you've said. I have been listening.
But you'll have to be a bit more specific.
You still tried to blow up an entire boat with people on it that weren't your brother.
Desperate times call for desperate measures.
That's a thing that assholes say.
If I'm an asshole, so be it. But if I can keep our nation from dying...
How about we keep the nation's people safe too?
Dying to what? You keep saying that there's a threat, but you didn't say what the threat is. Just that it affects both us and the unseen.
I had a vision, and those are seldom wrong. I consulted a
Fairy has
Skyseer
visions.
for guidance.
Your fairy has visions too. Not wrong, not usually, but misleading often.
A globe spins on its axis, and steel ship sets off to war on a sail of shadows. The world passes into night, and blackness grips all of Rasur as stars fall from the sky. The king's eyes turn a soulless white as he moves as a puppet, his strings pulled by a man who has died 1,000 times.
I mean, I know from the way this game is structured that this is pointless, but I'm going to go ahead and roll sense motive.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know that matters. Hold on, let me see what that actually is. Or no, it's not sense motive. What is it in this? Insight?
Insight.
9.
She seems sincere.
Well, I must admit that does sound bad, but we still have to take you in for trial for trying to spark an international incident and also trying to kill the king.
I just hope that I have time to... Maybe this will make my brother see reason.
Maybe. You'll have plenty of time to talk to Ezraby about it. Well, you won't. We will, but...
Mm-hmm. Did you guys want to
Either
check
way,
out...
you're all coming back.
Did you guys want to check anything else out here while you're here?
I mean, we're gonna strip Azerby of his possessions, but
Okay.
other than that, I think we're just
Yeah, I'm
escorting
gonna
him
go
down,
ahead.
right?
Can I go ahead and like just search Azerby for anything else he has on him to make sure he doesn't have any other concealed weapons or a lockpick or something?
No, and he seems... I mean, he's unconscious right now, but...
I know. That's why I'm searching him now.
Yeah. No, his armor and his cloak seem enchanted. But you're not quite sure what they do. Other than that, I mean, he doesn't he doesn't have a lot of extra stuff on him.
Okay.
After we have the Duchess securely manacled, I want to go back upstairs and talk to Ilferi for a moment.
Okay.
At some point, I
Ilferi.
would like to talk to Nathan.
Yeah.
Yes.
Ilferi, do you know anything about the telescope? I point to the telescope.
I haven't had any formal training, no.
Well,
I did kind of,
I mean,
grow up on this shit.
you've used like spy glasses and you've like looked at some of the planets and the stars before, but like this is a like 10,000 times better than anything that you could have seen on a ship.
Yeah, I was getting at that.
I have a feeling Evelyn held up here for a reason, and given she's a sky seer, I thought maybe it might have something to do with that.
Uh,
Maybe you could check it out. There might be notes on it or something. I wouldn't know what I'd be looking for.
I guess I'll look through it. I'm not gonna move anything. I'm just gonna
Yeah.
look through it where it is.
Okay.
I am sitting with Azrabee's body until reinforcements get here.
Okay, cool.
I'm just gonna open doors and see what's in closets, but I don't think there's anything in there.
When you look through the telescope, you see a bright blue star that's been being watched.
Kinda like the blue sun we'd seen when we like crossed over into that other place.
Seems very similar.
Okay.
You also notice in the room there's in a glass case a yellow frog that's been dissected and been pinned down with golden needles.
I noticed that.
Or anyone
Okay.
else in the room. I guess Zeodor would notice that.
Hmm.
I mean, it's not hidden or anything. It's just in the room.
Yeah.
An entirely unreasonable style of augury.
Uh,
Sorry, that's Sam talking.
I guess I'll take a look at it.
Okay. Give me a nature check.
Hey, I have +1 in those.
Or Arcana, whichever.
Arcana I have -1.
We have a druid that's not good at nature and a wizard that's not good at Arcana. We are just
I
great.
just don't have intelligence. I've trained in it. I have an 11.
Okay.
I have a +3 in nature and a +5 in Arcana. What is happening?
Okay, would you like to make either of those checks?
I guess so. You said
you're snooping around the room, you said.
yeah, that's
so.
true. That's true. That seems reasonable. You said either one?
Yeah.
All right. We'll do Arcana then. 20.
Okay. So yeah, looking at the frog Ilfari, it definitely looks like some of the ones you saw in the swamp when you were kind of flickering earlier on the island. Ilfari, or sorry, Zeodor, you find some notes that have been taken that kind of are in general terms are talking about tracking the movements of planets and interactions between different types of magic and the movements of the planets.
These are notes on planar mechanics. Very advanced stuff. Over my head, but definitely important.
Said it had to do with planets.
Yes, the different interactions of planets and magic.
I don't know much about that. I just know how they interact with the future, kind of. Right? That's how sky seeing works, is like I can tell what's going to happen based on the movements of planets.
Yeah. But it is general knowledge that different planets kind of are associated with different elements.
Like the different coins we have.
Right. But as you look over these notes a little more, you notice that these are not the typical planets that you're used to seeing in the the more general. Like they were studying planets that were further away. And as you're rushing, you're going through all this, backup does arrive, and storms and soldiers of the Rasuri army storm into the tower.
I'm gonna stand up and kind of just like grab a squad, be like, Just kind of, well, impound this man very, very carefully. I want no less than 2 squads on him at all time. Am I understood?
Is that the man who? And
Yes.
and they just like get to like they get him up and take him. They put some mage cuffs on the Duchess. They kind of look between you guys and Nathan like, do we arrest him too?
I've got this one.
Very well, ma'am.
I'm gonna take the notes. We might need them for evidence later.
Would you mind if I got my notes back, actually? Nathan.
These are
Not very
yours.
much.
Yes, that's the research I was here on the island for.
Don't give him anything
It's-
right now.
That
Does
is
it have to do with
interesting.
that blue sun?
Tell you
well,
what. We have questions for you. You answer our questions, you get these back. Concur?
I'll answer what I
Depends on
can.
what the answers are.
Fair enough. Yes,
don't-
true.
I don't know a lot.
You know enough to fill out this.
Oopsie, where'd my monitor go? There it is. Well, yes, yeah, I know about that. Is that what you want to know about?
We need to know what the Duchess was doing. Even details might seem not important. We need to know. Could be important.
The Duchess, she just showed up here a few days ago and tried to force all of us out, and I
But
don't
not
really
you.
know what she was about.
Did she need you for something?
I think she was interested in the work I was doing here, but
This work? I say, holding up the notes.
yes, I've been studying the movements of the planets and how they affect different types of magics. It's very fascinating stuff,
And
especially on this island where there's strange things that happen here. I don't know if you've had anything happen yourselves,
No
but
shit.
a
With-
few.
That
This-
blue sun that I was trying to ask about.
this island is fascinating.
Yes. We. If the Duchess was interested in this, then the constabulary needs to look over it. You can come with us, and if the RHC chooses to release this back to you, and if it is just scientific notes as you claim, it is likely that they will.
Oh yeah, that's all it is.
Okay, then come with us. Let the RHC take a look at this, and I'm sure they'll get it back to you. But if the Duchess was interested, we need to look.
I still want to know
Seeker?
about that blue sun.
What do you want to know about it?
What is it?
It's a sun.
I don't deal with those planets. Or that, I mean, the ones you're talking about here. I don't know anything about them. The ones
Well,
I
that's-
deal with.
That's why I've been researching them. This island is in the perfect position for me to observe them and learn about it. But I haven't learned much yet. I've just been gathering notes so far. Tracking movements of the star and planets around it.
Did the Duchess look at any of those planets?
I don't know how much she was involved with or how I don't think she was very interested in what I had done specifically here. She was mostly here just as to try to get a rise out of Dinar, I believe.
But you said she was interested in your work. What does your work have to
Chris, are you
do?
talking?
I don't know.
Chris is
Somebody
talking,
read
yeah.
for us? Yeah.
Huh?
Okay.
Oh,
What?
hang on. I think that they were having trouble. Sam was asking if you were talking.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Can you hear?
All of a
Can you hear
sudden,
everybody now?
everybody cut out. Yeah, now we can hear you.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I don't know what she wanted. I showed her my research. Like I said, she's only been here a few days.
Okay. And I would love to give these back to you. But like I said, we need them for the investigation with the Duchess.
Okay. Sure.
Also, your sister's very worried about you.
Yeah,
You
you'll
spoken to
definitely-
Laya?
Yeah.
She told us you were here.
That makes sense, I suppose.
Which is why I'm pretty sure they'll give you back your research.
Yes. I don't think that will be a problem, but we just need to take a look. No big deal.
All right. Is there anything anyone else wanted to do in the fortress here?
I mean, I guess I want to know what's in these weird closets, but
Oh, I
that's
think
pretty
they're
much just like open. If there's nothing interesting,
Yeah.
move on.
I think they're just like doesn't even tell me. I think there's something to do with the telescope, like power matrices or something like that.
Well, that is something Theodore is interested. So
Yeah.
that would be something Theodore would want to take a look at.
Let's see if I have any sort of description for this. Doors lead to hydraulic mechanisms that move the roof hatch, as well as rain cisterns. So it's the mechanisms
That
to
is
open up the
interesting.
roof for the telescope, and also the blue is just rain barrels. And you can look up out on the roof as well if you want, and you can see. That's
Okay. And these, okay, yeah, that answers my next question, which is that these doors just lead the outside
yeah.
of the. Okay, cool.
There's like a hallway that runs around the room.
Cool. Yeah, I mean, that was the only other thing, was just making sure that we weren't like leaving someone cowering in a closet or anything.
Yeah. Okay, so before too long, you guys hear horns sounding throughout the city, and the soldiers, if you're still with any of them, are like, oh, that's the cue to board up and leave. We've got to hand the island over to Dinar, I guess. Seems like a waste, but
Well,
We are working on an alliance, so it's probably not a complete waste.
yeah, not very great.
so the large force of the army boards up on the navy ships, and they set out into the harbor. The Impossible stays behind with Captain Rutger Smith, waiting for you all, and after everyone else is out of the harbor, you see a squat as the why does it say sunset? That should be sunrise, right? Anyway.
Unless the siege lasted all day.
It lasted all day because we got there right before sunrise.
Right. Oh yeah, you had until the sunset of the third day to hand over. So as the sun sets, you see the squat steam-powered Dinaran warship called Lux Prophetisk. Bad at French. It's squatter and slower than the cold tongue that you remember, but sturdier for open seas travel. It pulls up in the harbor, and here, I'll just pull this over to the
It's kind of a respectful handoff.
yeah, precisely. Laya Gier disembarks, flanked by some bodyguards. Oh, I think I actually have pictures of her bodyguards.
Oh.
Oh, that's good. That means they won't die.
Yeah, they're not going to spontaneously combust.
Unless she has a bunch of bodyguards that look exactly the same.
Oh yeah, then they're all dead.
What the fuck?
Or we're gonna fight a lot of them.
Did it just freeze on me?
Maybe.
Oh, jeez.
Stall for time. So, I picked up Bomber Crew. It's a pretty fun
Don't.
little
You don't need to stall
roguelike.
for time, Sam. Thank you. Okay, so we've got. Ooh, that's smaller than I wanted.
Ooh.
Why is it being weird?
Ooh. Orc man.
There we go. That's better.
Can you not share it as a handout?
I'm just showing them to you quick. And this guy. I'll throw Maya in here as well. Just all right. So Laya disembarks with her two bodyguards. There's a snide half elf man who carries a pair of decorated platinum rods slotted into holsters on his hips. And then there's a hulking half orc with a steel helmet that seems to have heavy protection over the ears and holds a thickly wrapped object like a walking staff. They accompany Laya, and she sees you all and smiles and says, "May I presume to take control back of my country's island?"
So it would seem.
Aye, aye. All seems to be cleared out.
Oh, and you managed to find my brother, it seems. Or,
Barely. We were very lucky to have
oh,
found
sorry,
him when we
cousin. Did I say brother all along?
Yes.
did. Yeah.
No, I think
No,
you said
you said
cousin.
cousin
We just
initially.
none of
Okay.
us wrote it down.
Okay, yeah, it is cousin. Sorry. She pulls out a pair of matching documents and a like helper accountant looking person pulls out like a traveling desk and like sets it down in front of her. She leans over and signs and then hands a pen towards you all.
I'll take it and sign.
All right.
What are we signing?
This
That we've
is just
completed what we
a
were gonna do.
official official document stating that Restore condemns the Duchess's attack on the island, will not press its claim to ownership on the account of this particular military event.
Can I see it real quick?
Was
Huh?
this seen by Delft?
Yes, this was the agreed upon documentation.
Okay,
Can I make an insight check?
Sure.
Yeah,
I'm doing
can
the same.
Yeah,
17
also-
insight?
So
Like,
you
good insight?
17,
20.
20.
Let's see.
Yeah, 17.
10.
Okay. So
I'm very
Zeodor
tired.
and Ilfera, you look it over. Nothing seems out of place. It seems like a pretty straightforward. It's not even
Oh,
like legalese or anything.
Oh, thank goodness.
It just basically says that this attack by the Duchess was not sanctioned by Restore, and we and that Restore doesn't consider this as part of any sort of war or effort to retake the island.
Yeah, this is not
I was actually trying to. I actually wanted to roll insight on her.
Oh, she seems sincere.
All right, cool. That's all I
Mine
need.
goes either way. I wanted to make sure that what this said and what she said aligned, so it does. Signed Ilferi of the Royal Homeland Constabulary.
Oh, do we each need to sign it? That would make sense, I guess.
Signed, Jack Malone.
I signed my full name.
And what is your full name?
Jeremina.
Oh, okay.
My
Theodore
parents thought
Dimia.
they were having a boy. My dad's name's Jeremiah.
I see. Theodore Dimia Ilyich.
All right. And then the clerk kind of bobs his head and takes one of the documents, hands it to you all, and then scurries away with the desk and the other copy.
Thanks.
Well, seems like it is mission accomplished.
There's a few odd loose ends.
Oh, I guess is Azerby with you guys at this point?
No,
Presumably.
we passed him off by now.
Yeah, we
Okay.
passed him off, and I regret doing it.
Although we kept his stuff, right?
Yes.
Well, we
Um,
took his sword and shield.
Yes.
We didn't strip him
And-
naked.
Well, and his cloak and armor, I think.
Strip
Right?
him close to naked.
That would make sense.
Like we took all his magic equipment.
I think that's what
I
you
don't
said.
think Yeah.
And the Duchess, you also just passed her off.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay. Was there that much trouble getting to this point? Did the pass wall work?
Yes. So much. Oh, the pass wall was fine. Everything else was a clusterfuck.
Are you familiar with Azrabi Varel?
Ass Ruby.
I've heard the name. She's kind of like now looks at some of like the fire and like there's still a burnt out husk of a ship in the harbor.
Mm-hmm.
We fought him.
He
was
almost
here.
killed your cousin and the Duchess and assaulted your entire fortress, I guess.
And he killed large portions of the navy. Luckily, we were able to subdue him before he managed to kill the Duchess. We have
And even
taken
we
him
is a
into
strong
custody.
word because he knocked me out immediately.
I was
Don't
going to
get
leave
close.
that part out, but
Well-
it's okay.
That's certainly going to be something we'll have to deal with. It seems. I don't know if he was acting on behalf of the unseen court or.
He was trying to apprehend them on behalf of the unseen courts for
We'll find
Disrupting-
out why he's here.
That's
Yes,
what he
but-
said.
Whether he
But-
was acting on their behalf or in behalf of are two different things.
Very.
Yes.
It will be something we will discuss with your higher ups,
yes.
and we will
and
figure out
we
what
will
to do
bring
with him.
stealth, of course.
Well, if there's nothing else,
Might we? This is more a favor that you probably will say no to. Could we possibly have access to this island in the future? Not for like military reasons, just possibly research?
Your cousin seems to think that this location is important for something the Duchess was interested in. We might need access to it in the future to confirm or deny her story.
It's something that we could perhaps negotiate on.
I want to know more about that blue sun and those other planets. I have an understanding of our own, but even that's weaker than it could have been. I feel like
I don't know much about the details of the research happening here, but I'm sure that we can work something out between our nations, especially if the peace negotiations go as we all hope.
Yes.
And on that
Of
note,
course.
I do hope that they go well, and that you would be willing to come and join me at my wedding, which I should be happening about a year from now.
Wedding to whom?
to the
Why?
king.
To your king, of course.
I think
I
you
am
mentioned it before,
honored to
didn't they?
receive. Yeah, they mentioned
No,
it during the briefing.
It was
Didn't they?
never actually mentioned up to this point.
Oh, okay.
No,
Oh,
but
I thought it was mentioned in the briefing.
It was he was going to marry someone of Danorian descent.
Yeah.
He told everybody
And you
that
guys
he
guessed
was,
that.
but we didn't know that it was.
It was not explicitly stated till now.
Okay.
Oh, okay. I might be getting the last playthrough confused or something. We are honored to receive the invitation.
Can I
Yeah,
be a bridesmaid?
congratulations.
Can I be a bridesmaid?
She kind of chuckles and says, "We'll have to see."
It was on
Saved
the
your cousin.
There are some political obligations I must see to.
Yeah, I saved your cousin.
I'll keep it in mind.
In
By the way, it was on the
fairness,
handout.
it was largely Mina. She did a lot of the saving of your cousin.
Then, perhaps we are in your debt. Nathan,
Plus, you wouldn't look that out of place, honestly.
Everyone just stares at a very.
Yeah, racist.
wait one sec. Oh, okay. I might have messed up some stuff, but Nathan is gonna turn to you and ask, "Can I come back with you to Rasier?"
Sure. I
How old are
expect
you?
you would.
What?
How old are you?
He's an adult.
Okay, cool. Yeah, fine.
I expect you would like to be near your notes. I understand. It seems reasonable.
Yes, thank you. I'd appreciate it. I'm not certain if my country would be happy with some of the things I've done here on the island lately, but we can get to that later.
What have you? Okay, I'm okay with leader.
I guess.
Yes.
You will have to go through customs and all that. Can be kind of a pain, but not too bad.
Less of a pain than standing trial for treason.
yes,
You can
that's-
stay.
It's a pain. Is Laya still here with us?
Yeah.
Is she reacting to the words treason?
She kind of blinks and then like kind of nods her head like, ah.
I may have committed some light treason.
I just joined the country like 3 or 4 months ago, and I don't know how I feel about associated with treasonous sort. I mean, that's
treason
kind of
to-
my normal sort.
Treason to
I'm
Dinar.
trying to put over new leaf.
Treason towards Dinar. He's a Dinaran citizen.
Right. Yeah, no, I got that much. It's just,
You can come with us, kid. It'll be fine.
You'll need
Yes.
to explain yourself, for sure.
But we can talk about that with the RHC.
All right.
The Royal Homeland Constabulary, to be clear.
Yes, sorry,
know what
my
it
accent
stands
makes
for.
it sound weird. Compress is the whole thing.
The Rhinestone Hearth Commission, I guess.
All right.
Do you have a place to stay in Reserve?
We'll figure something out.
Yes.
I'm just saying, I know a place.
Where everybody knows your name.
No, actually, no one knows your name. It's even better.
All right. Is there anything else anyone wanted to do, or else we'll just wrap it up here for the night?
Nope, I'm good.
I kind of want to check in with Goblin guy that I keep forgetting the name of because we never got a picture of him.
Oh, I do want to mention to Laya.
He's
that,
still alive.
I do want to mention to Laya that
Burton.
that the teleportation circle, that Azrabi did something with it that what's her face, that the Duchess put a ward on it and that Azrabi broke it, and so you might want to check it out.
Yes, we'll probably have to recode some of our security measures here, I'm sure, especially after the Duchess was able to get in like she did. And she kind of glances at Nathan on that note.
Oh. Yeah. Yes. I see.
Do mage cuffs stop teleportation?
Yes.
I would assume.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
They
they
had
have.
a gold ring in them.
They prevent teleportation and I believe deal damage if you try to cast magic.
They deal 10 force damage every time you try to cast a spell while you have them on.
Yeah.
I don't believe it stops spellcasting. It just does the damage when you cast.
Yeah. But it does have gold rings involved, so yeah. When a person wearing mage cuffs casts a spell, activates a magical power. The cuffs glow, make a warning whistle, and deal 10 force damage to the wearer.
Cool. Nope, I'm good. I'm ready to wrap up.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
Think-
the only other thing that I can think to do is not something that our characters would do, which would be to try to go hunt down the other coins on the island.
Well, we requested access to come back to the island, and I mean, eventually maybe.
Well, yeah, I mean, right in this moment.
Oh, I mean, I'm not gonna get abandoned.
Okay. So you guys all head back to Ressort. You have a bit of a downtime as you kind of pore over filing reports, and in that time, the king gets his house in order. There's some protest groups in the city that kind of regale the Duchess as a hero, but and she is stripped of her title, and she's being imprisoned in the bridge tower in Slate.
She's now the artist formerly known as Duchess.
Yeah. Nathan is treated as a guest of a minor noble, but he doesn't really have freedom to really go about or do anything. It becomes clear that he did help the Duchess to some extent, but he was doing it to try to avoid war, and did not expect that she was going to attack. And
Minor treason.
This is so this is information that only you guys know. This is not like the people don't know what he is, and he's basically being treated as like an honored guest within the capital. Azerby is allowed to return. He explains his perspective that he was trying to take in the Duchess for the things that she had done in the name of the Fae. That she had gone too far, and he was basically trying to establish that the Unseen Court was not aligned with what she had done. He's given a pardon, and his equipment is returned to him.
Yep.
And
to avoid war with the Unseen Court.
Yeah.
Yeah, I doubted we were going to get legendary equipment that fast.
Who said it's legendary?
And also, if you guys recall, in this campaign, you don't keep magic equipment that you find.
But it's something that we could requisition if they had it, right?
Right, but they don't.
Yeah.
And also, theoretically, but that's like way, way above our whatever level.
Yeah.
We don't know how magic it is. It's just floating shield that eats people, whatever.
You guys do level up.
Hooray!
Yay.
Dun, 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 dun.
Should we roll our hit points now?
Can if you like.
Sure, I have a D8 because I'm a
I
druid.
have to decide what I'm taking.
I don't remember
I have
what
rolled
my
an
hit
8.
die is.
You're a
Hooray.
rogue, it's a D8.
Maybe
Thank
I
you.
can roll above a 2. I think it was a 3. Whatever. Both the levels I rolled was the same number, and it was ridiculously low, like 3 or some shit like that.
Let's
Can you
see.
hand me that player's handbook over there?
Where?
It's over there. I think it's the turned around. Yeah, it's the turned
I
around.
have to go. Okay, here we go.
Ouch.
And you said we have downtime, right?
Yeah, there'll be I think a couple months of downtime.
So I kind of want. Let me know if I'm straying into this doesn't make sense territory.
Okay.
So Elfari's training is kind of rudimentary. He didn't have like a school to go to as far as like learning about planets and stuff like that. He just had his master and a pirate ship. The discovery of there being more than just the planets in our system, kind of makes Ilfari feel like if he could see more planets, he could get more accurate predictions.
Okay.
And I would like to learn about those planets a bit
Okay.
more, which I
that's-
guess involves the cousin, Nathan.
So yeah, you'll have some time. Like you can definitely you have access to libraries. There's not like I don't think there's an observatory like there is out on the island, but there might be some scientists that have some equipment that you can have access to observe stars
During
at night.
these months, was there any chance that we would be able to go back to that island?
No.
Okay.
It's been noted that you guys have an interest in it, but with everything else, it's not a high priority negotiating item for this kind of treaty that's going on between Dinar and Rashir.
Okay, I was thinking about taking that Arcanist feat, which doesn't quite feel right, because I'm trying to learn about planets, and then I learn how to detect magic, and I get proficiency in Arcana. I mean, I'm trying to get the proficiency Arcana. We could maybe talk about it afterwards.
Sure.
Okay. So I'll put it as a placeholder, but I feel like there's a decent is it playtest content? Is that what it's called?
I now have 37 hit points.
24.
33. Yeah, I feel like there's
28.
reasonable reason for me to start moving towards that prestige.
Real quick, shotgun is shared proficiency with heavy crossbow, right?
I believe so.
Okay.
Cool.
I can
Do we need
double
to
check.
decide what we're doing in our downtime right now, or can we
No,
talk
no,
about
no.
that as we go? Okay.
No, I was just giving you the chance to ask any questions or anything you might want while you work on leveling up and stuff.
I have action search. That's very important.
Yes.
Oh
it
yeah,
is.
that is.
I have taken the martial studies.
Does that mean I can cast 2 spells in a turn?
Yes, that's the only way you can cast 2 spells in a turn is through action
Sweet.
surge.
Oh,
I
neat.
believe casting 2 spells in a turn, you have to. One of them has to be a cantrip. Is that?
Yes, one has to be a cantrip, and it can't be 2 actions. So, like, if you have
Okay.
a spell that's a bonus
One has to be a
action
bonus
and
action.
cantrip that's an
Actually,
action.
Carter, a shotgun is light crossbow.
Oh, they already have it.
Heavy crossbow is for muskets.
Mm.
I
It's
think
the
action surge. Sorry.
compatibility with core rules section in the equipment,
I'm having trouble.
We'll talk.
part 2 of the player's guide.
So my grit comes from wisdom. and I
How's
have
your
low
wisdom?
Right, so take your 4th fighter level and bump your wisdom.
Right, but then I can't bump my dex or my constitution,
Yeah.
which are both at odd numbers.
What's more important right now?
Well,
You don't got to decide right now.
I know, it's just frustrating because I did not realize that that was a stat that I needed to stat decently. And it's not shitty, but it's like I wouldn't have got. The best I could have done was swapped it with my intelligence.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll let you make that swap if it makes that much of a difference for you
It's
at this point, since we're still early in the campaign.
it really doesn't do much. It's
Okay.
It's the difference between a 12 and a 13.
Yeah, I was just looking at your stats, so yeah. It's up to you. I'll let you make that if you want to. You don't have to. So next time, are we just gonna keep playing Zeitgeist at this point, you think, guys? Or did you want to take a break for a
I'm
week?
going to keep going.
Okay.
I'm good to keep going. Yeah.
So next week's adventure will be the Dying Sky Seer.
Ooh.
Oh, fuck.
Ooh.
Man, I'm dying.
will we start going through our downtime next week and then pick
Yeah.
up the plot? Or, okay, cool.
Precisely.
Cool.
All right. Thank you, people, for tuning in to watch. This has been
Thanks for watching.
KrakenQuest, Zeitgeist, the Gears of Revolution. We'll be back next Monday with more of this.
Yay.
Anyone
Bye.
else have anything they want to plug or anything?
We will not be doing a show tomorrow night, but Friday night, Catherine and I will be doing an up late stream of Outlast. I got the camera working, so you'll get to see me jump a lot.
Awesome.
While I'm not very scared of things, I'm very jumpy.
He's jumpy as hell.
And
And that'll be a lot
exclamatory.
of fun.
Sometimes I walk out of a room and he jumps, and I'm like, I don't beat you. Like, what the hell?
I'm just surprised by things.
I'm so startled.
Startled.
All right, cool. And I guess I'll be playing more Sekiro this week if I have time.
Cool.
I need to figure out how to beat that damn boss.
And then
Ooh, which
I
one?
might do another horror grab bag stream on Saturday. We'll see.
Oh, cool. That'd be fun.
Yeah, I had fun doing that one.
I might stream tomorrow because I'm not working yet. So,
Brad.
Sweet.
maybe just play
Oh,
some
did you
arena
get
or
like
something.
a week off? Or they weren't able to get you right away?
Yeah, they're working on processing my security stuff, so...
Gotcha.
What it sounds like to me is they told IT on Friday at 5 p.m. they
Yeah.
had a new hire for Monday. And they're like, the fuck? We need at least 48 hours for this shit.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm
Enjoy it while
guessing.
you got it, man.
Yeah. All right. Till next
Company's
time.
operating okay.
Bye, everybody.
Good night.
Bye.